Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Saturday, April 18, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call this morning, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning and received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is a precious gift to receive from the good Lord, because not everybody that went to sleep last night woke up after receiving God's wake-up call. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for giving me another day here on earth. God is good, God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed and grateful to have Jesus Christ in my life. I've got Jesus Christ in my heart. Jesus is my Savior and my Redeemer and my advocate. I love Jesus Christ and I love the Lord. I had just a fantastic day yesterday. The weather was warm, clear blue skies, sunny all day, and a light breeze, not a bit of rain, and I made fantastic money with my Uber Eats business. So I was very blessed and grateful that God has put me in this time and place here in Tampa, Florida, where I can make a fantastic living with my Uber Eats business, enjoy wonderful food, fantastic weather, and I've got a safe place to sleep every night in that camper. So I am blessed and grateful to the good Lord and grateful for everything He has given me. God is definitely good and God is certainly great in always. And I met my goal of completing 20 trips yesterday, so I need to do 20 more trips today and 20 more trips Sunday, and I'll make, can't remember the exact figure, it's in the 200s, 240 or 250, whatever it is. I'll make that on top of my already fantastic earnings this week. And I completed that previous quest too, so I've got that going, flowing into this pay that will drop early Tuesday morning. So just a wonderful week here with delivering my business, and enjoyed some fantastic weather. Very blessed. I was looking at my Uber Eats metrics. I filled, last night when I got back to the camper, I filled in all my tips, and I filled in all the results from the responses to my survey to let me know how well I served my customers. And it looks like I had one person respond to that survey. All 5 metrics went up by 1. So now I have 747 people responding that I delivered food to their door, their business, or their work with great care. I now have 747 people saying that. My friendly score went up 1. I now have 663 people responding that I'm a friendly delivery driver. I now have 1 more person responding that I'm quick and efficient with my deliveries. That number is up to 648. And my good communicator score went up 1 to 645. And I had 1 more person respond that I delivered food to the door with a perfect handoff. That number is now up to 622. It's still the area where I have the most growth to make. That's the area of greatest opportunity, is perfect handoff. The time right now is 4:50 a.m. this Saturday morning, and according to that website, weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today in Tampa at 7:01 a.m. That's 2 hours 11 minutes from now, and the sun will set later on this evening at 7:56 p.m. So today Tampa will get over 12 hours and 55 minutes of daylight. And as usual, I'm sitting outside here in my car at my normal spot at the Circle K, one of these pumps, and there's not a single person out here pumping gas, so I got this area to myself. I've been inside already, and I got a free cup of ice. Actually, I got 2 cups of free ice. See that? See those 2 cups of free ice? So I've got plenty of ice for my drink. And this morning, I went with this peach tea flavor of the Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover. I bought 3 more cans yesterday at that Circle K that's near the camper where I sleep at night. All all great dates. I found some new dates at that Circle K. These are dates I had not seen yet on any of these cans. This can says B2616, and B is the second letter of the alphabet, so this can was made February the 16th of this year. So with today being the 18th of April, this can is 2 days and 2 months old. 2 days, 2 months old. So it's a very fresh can of this Monster Rehab peach flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cracked open. I'll be able to pour it all out now because I've got these 2 cups, which is good. We'll go half and half. I should be able to get all of it poured out, let's say. Yep, got it all. Perfect. Let's see if this is any good ice cold. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. I'm not positive, but I think those other 2 cans, though I know they're tea and lemonade. I bought 2 tea and lemonade and this peach. I think the 2 tea and lemonade are also from this year. I think they're A dates. They were made in January, I believe. I also went in to Gas Buddy and AAA so I can compare the price of gas at this Circle K with the average price in Florida and the average price in the United States. And gas has dropped down a good bit at this Circle K. Thursday it was at 4.08. It went down 3 cents yesterday morning down to 4.05. Well, it's continued to drop at this Circle K. It's down 8 more cents to 3.97, and that's the first time I've seen it below $4 a gallon for a good while. So that's fantastic news. I've been topping off my tank at that Circle K that's near my camper because it's been pretty much only a few cents higher. It's been pretty much the same as this Circle K, but I may start topping off my tank again at this Circle K like I had been. According to AAA and Gas Buddy, the average price of gas in Florida has dropped down another 4 cents. Yesterday morning it was at 4.08. This morning it's at $4.04. And according to AAA, gas is the same as it was yesterday in the United States. It's 4.07, and that's where it was yesterday. It was down 2 cents from Thursday. It went down from 4.09 to 4.07 yesterday morning, but it hasn't changed in the last day. So this Circle K is cheaper than the Florida state average by 7 cents, and it's better than the national average by 10 cents. I also went in and wrote down what that website, weather-atlas.com, had to say about the weather here in Tampa for today. I didn't ask Meta AI this time around. I have my suspicions that it's all Meta AI is screwed up right now. So I'm not entirely sure I'm going to trust any weather predictions it gives me in the next couple days. I was looking forward to the next full moon, which I knew was going to fall on May 1st. So I wanted to start looking into that again, mostly because of how clear the skies have been in Tampa, and I have high hopes that I'll have a great view of the next full moon, which, like I said, is going to be on May 1st. Well, I asked Meta AI yesterday evening when the next full moon is and what it's going to be, what it's called, what is it going to be called, what do they call the next full moon, and when will it fall? Well, it told me that the next full moon is today, Saturday, April 18th, and that I know that's not correct. And I asked, and I said, "Are you sure about that? Are you sure the next full moon is on Saturday, April 18th?" And they said, "Yes, the next full moon is Saturday, April 18th." And when I asked it that question, it said the next full moon is the flower moon. That part is correct, but it had its dates completely off. So I'm not entirely sure I can trust its weather predictions if it's going to give me such poor information about the full moon. It's at that point I went into Google and I asked Google when the next full moon is and what it's going to be called, and that's when I got good information about the next full moon. Google says The next full moon is May 1st, and it will be at its peak fullest at 1:23 Eastern Standard Time on May 1st, and that is called the flower moon. And May is unusual this year because May has 2 full moons. The next full moon after the flower moon will fall on May 31st, and that's going to be called the blue moon. And the reason it's called the blue moon is because it's rare. It's rare to have 2 full moons in 1 month. So we've got 2 full moons next month, and I'm looking forward to it. We got the flower moon on the 1st and the blue moon on the 31st. And that blue moon will be at its peak fullest at 4:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So next month is going to be very special for full moons. And while I'm on the subject of reliability and trustfulness of my Meta AI, I may start going back to relying on weather predictions from Gemini, because my understanding is Gemini is generated from Google. I might be wrong about that, but I had stopped relying on Gemini because of truthfulness and accurate forecasts, but I'm having that issue with Meta AI, so I'm going to start looking back into Gemini and seeing if Gemini provides accurate forecast, and if it does, I'll start relying on that. But for today, I only am relying on what weather-atlas.com and that YouTube page has to say about the weather. Fox 13 Tampa Bay. But anyway, weather-atlas.com had this to say about the weather today. It says, expect plenty of sunshine and only a few scattered clouds in Tampa. The anticipated high will be a humid 91 degrees and the low a pleasant 68 degrees overnight going into Sunday morning. Winds will be out of the southwest at 11 miles an hour. Expect humidity at 58%. And then that YouTube page, Fox 13 Tampa Bay, had this to say about the weather. They had meteorologist Dave Osterberg on there. He says that the recent sea breeze that Tampa Bay has enjoyed has brought significantly cooler temperatures, especially along the coastline and the beaches, for those living near the western coastline of Florida in Tampa Bay. He went on to say that the drought that Florida is experiencing will only get worse, will stay steady or get worse for most of Florida, with the southern Florida being the exception to that. Southern Florida and Miami has received significant rainfall, and the drought has lessened a great deal down there on the southern tip of Florida. But for the most part, the rest of Florida, central Florida, northern Florida, both coastlines, the drought has gotten worse, according to Dave Osterberg. Dave Osterberg went on to say that today and the next 7 days are continuing to get warmer and drier. Today we'll expect a high of 88 degrees here in Tampa and a low of 70 overnight going into Sunday morning, according to meteorologist Dave Osterberg. I also wrote down all the deliveries I completed yesterday. Like I said, I delivered to 20 customers, and it looks like I did that in 14 trips. I wrote them down all down individually on the sheet, and then when I got back to the camper where I sleep at night, I figured out which trips went with which trips got grouped together. So my notes are a bit messy, but I'll do my best to make out the trips that I completed yesterday. I started out the day with a single. I picked up a single for Emily. I'm already screwing that up. This was not a single. It was a 3-trip order. Number 1 was a 3-trip order. Emily, Jose, and Jerry. Emily wanted Starbucks coffee picked up from Fowler and 15th. Joe had a first watch order to be picked up from Fowler, and Jerry had auto parts to be picked up from the BMW Tampa. So it was more or less a courier saver delivery. Jerry, Jose, and Emily, they tipped me $6.10, and I earned a fare of $12.28. So I made $18.38 for picking up that triple. That was a fantastic triple to be picked up for Jerry, Jose, and Emily. Really appreciate your tips and your fares in the business from the three of you. Thank you so much for that. And you got me to my goal of 20 trips yesterday, so I appreciate that also, Jerry, Jose, and Emily. After dropping off that order, I went on trip number 2. I need to change all these by 1. That's trip number 3. That one's number 4, 5, and 6. And I'll remember the rest to take them down by 1. Trip number 2 was a single for Sophia. Sophia had breakfast to be picked up from the Chick-fil-A on North Dale Mabry Highway. Sophia was generous and tipped me $2, and I earned a fare of $3.59. So I made $5.59 for picking up that Chick-fil-A order for Sophia. Thank you so much for that, Sophia. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the business. And then trip number 3 was another single for Mike. Mike wanted Danny's Coffee and Friends from North Dale Mabry. Never been to that place before. Never been to that coffee shop before. Danny's Coffee and Friends. I've been to that shopping center before, but only for one other restaurant. A place called Osaka Ramen. This place is right next to that Danny's Coffee place. But for picking up that coffee order from Mike at Danny's Coffee and Friends on North Dale Mabry, I earned a tip of $7.07. Thank you so much for that generous over $7 tip, and the fare was $2, so I made $9.07 for picking up that order for Mike. Thank you so much for that, Mike. I appreciate you. After dropping off that order for Mike, I went on trip number 4, was another single for Roland. Roland wanted Florida Bakery on West Columbus Drive. Roland was generous and tipped me $1, and I earned a fare of $3.09. I made $4.09 for picking up that order from Florida Bakery on Columbus Drive for Roland. Thank you for the business and the tip, Roland. I appreciate you. After dropping off Roland's order, I went on trip number 5, was another single for Betty. Betty had an order to be picked up from Sunrise Food Market on North Howard Avenue. I got a tip of $1 from Betty, and her fare was $3.06. I made $4.06 for delivering that Sunrise Food Market order to Betty's house. Thank you for the business and the tip, Betty. I appreciate you. After that, I went on trip number 6. Was another single. This was for Teddy. Teddy wanted Kava Restaurant on South Howard. I earned a fare of $5.96, and Teddy's tip was $2.10, so I made $8.06 for delivering that order to Teddy's business from the Kava Restaurant. Thank you, Teddy, for the business and the tip. And thank you for the $8.06 I got from your delivery. Thank you so much for that, Teddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Teddy, Betty, Roland, Mike, and Sophia, for all your business. Jerry and Jose. Appreciate everybody, all the tips and fares I earned from everyone yesterday. After dropping off that order to Teddy's place, I went on trip number 8. Was another single for Maria. Maria wanted Olive Garden on West Shore Boulevard. Maria was generous and tipped me $3.56, and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $5.56 for delivering Maria's Olive Garden order. After that, I went on trip number 8 for Robert. Robert wanted Fruitwood Stand-Up Market on West Cypress Street. I earned a fare of $2 and Robert tipped me $3, so I made $5 for delivering that Fruitwood stand-up order for Robert. Thank you so much for that tip and business, Robert. I appreciate you. See if I can get these two cups together now. Yeah, that's good. After delivering Robert's Fruitwood stand-up market order, I went on, this was not a single, number 9 was for AJ, Brett, Sam, AJ, Brett, and Sam, so this was a triple. Sam wanted Storm. Sam wanted Storm. Storm is a healthy food and drink place. Storm on West Kennedy Boulevard. And then AJ and Brett wanted flowers to be picked up from Floral Gift Bouquet by Fresh Market on Harrison. I can't make out the name of that road, but it's some boulevard. Hadron Boulevard. AJ, Brett, and Sam were generous and they tipped me $16.12 and I earned a fare of $14.41. So I made $30.53 for delivering that order to Brett, AJ, and Sam. Thank you so much for that generous tip and a fantastic earnings I got from that triple. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. After dropping off that order, that Storm order for Sam, I went on, looks like another triple, or it might have been a quadruple. Lacey, Denise. No, this was just a double. Lacey and Denise. Lacey wanted Ford's Garage on Sheldon, and Denise wanted Outback Steakhouse on North Dale Mabry. They were generous and tipped me $3.05 and I earned a fare of $2 for delivering that order. So I made $5.05 for that double. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. After that, I went on trip number 10. Was for Jerry, Michael, two different Michaels. The first Michael wanted Panera Bread on Martin Luther King. Jerry wanted McDonald's on North Dale Mabry. And the other Michael wanted Potbelly sandwiches on North Dale Mabry. The three of them were very generous and kind, and they tipped me $29.43 and their fare was $6.57. I didn't write down the grand total, so $29.43 and 57 is 30. So I actually made an even $36 for delivering that order to the two Michaels and Jerry. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. After that, I ended the day with another double for Juan and Sarah. Juan wanted La Perita Colombiana restaurant on North Armenia, and Sarah wanted Urban Indian on North Dale Mabry. Sarah and Juan, they tipped me $5.22 and their fare was $2, so made $7.22 for delivering that double to Juan and Sarah. Appreciate you very much, and I appreciate the fact that you got me to my 20 trips yesterday. My hopes for today is to complete another 20 trips towards that goal of 60 trips. That's my second quest I'm trying to complete this week. That needs to be completed by 4 a.m. Monday morning. And other than that, my hopes and plans for today is to enjoy another fantastic breakfast at McDonald's. And at some point today, I've got 3 pair of pants that I want to drop off at this tailor that I found in Temple Terrace. That's near the camper. I live near Temple Terrace here in Florida. Not in Temple Terrace, but it's one of the suburbs near my place. I want to drop off 3 pairs of pants that I want to get patched. They have really bad tears and holes in them. I want to get those 3 pairs of pants mended and patched today. Hopefully they can take care of me. And beyond that, I just want to enjoy another fantastic day of weather, have some great deliveries today in Tampa, and then get back to the camper and have another great enjoy another rest and sleep at my camper. So don't have a whole lot planned today, but I appreciate you all watching. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a fantastic weekend like I am.